So you asked about the last two questions on today's assignment. So I'm assuming you're talking about 8 and 9. So for analyze, how much is the freezing point lowered by adding 50 grams of salt? So we have this table up here that I filled out. Yours might be off or different by like 0.1 or 2. So you might have 3.1 or 6.2. As long as we're around -3 and -6, they should be about the same. So by adding 50 grams of salt, so we started with a freezing point of 0. We add 50 grams of salt, and now we have a freezing point of about -3. We add 50 more grams of salt, and we have a freezing point of about -6. And so what we see as we add 50 grams, it goes down by about 3, because we went to about -3, then -6. So how much is the freezing point lowered? Lowered by 3 degrees. It goes down to -3, then -6. So that's just kind of, it's a more simple question than what you might be thinking. And then for think and discuss, why do people add salt to roads and walkways in the winter? So the fact that adding salt lowers the freezing point means that the ice will form at a lower temperature. So instead of having ice form at 0 degrees Celsius, when we add salt, all of a sudden it freezes at, say, 5 degrees Celsius or 10 degrees Celsius instead. So that means that basically we get an extra 10 degrees of ice-free life. So if I went outside and it was 0 degrees Celsius, then I wouldn't have ice. But also if I went outside at -8 degrees Celsius, I still wouldn't have ice, even though normally I would, because it's below 0. So why do people add salt to roads and walkways in the winter? It lowers the freezing point so that instead of freezing at 0 degrees Celsius, it might freeze at -10 degrees Celsius, meaning that there is no ice as it gets colder. Instead of having ice on the sidewalks at -3 Celsius, it will still not form ice until it reaches -10 degrees Celsius. And so that is what I am looking for there. Feel free to put it in your own words and let me know if you still have a question or if I answered the wrong question for you. All right, that's that.